Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and thank you for clicking on another video. My name's Anastasia and today I'm going to be doing a fall inspired look for you, and I'm going to be using a ton of new products to me and also to the beauty community. This So Jaded palette is highly talked about. People have done a million videos about it by now. I'm super late to the game, but I'm super excited to try this palette. This is from ColourPop and Kathleen Lights. So I'm really excited to jump into this palette and really create something beautiful and inspired for fall. I also have some new products that I'm trying from BH Cosmetics, as well as some other ColourPop products. I'm going to speed through whatever products are not new to me and just kind of start off with doing my foundation, do a quick face. I do have a new bronzer and blush from BH that I'm going to be trying, so I will speed up through foundation, priming, and all of that, and then I will jump in and give you my first impressions of the products that I try. So I appreciate you. If you haven't had a chance yet, please make sure that you click that subscribe button, as well as click the alarm so that way you get notified of new videos that I post. I always appreciate new subscribers, and I just appreciate you for watching. So thank you so much for tuning in. So I did get a new under eye brightening powder from BH, so I'm excited to try this. I've never tried any of their loose powders before, so we're gonna go ahead and give it a go. Use this as I would like a regular facial powder and see how that does in setting. And I'm actually probably better off taking the thing out so I could dip directly into the powder. I won't be able to get it. I got the fan blowing like crazy because it's hot in my room. All right, well, I can't get it open now. It's not quite as pigmented as I like, so I am going to just dip into a little of my Huda Beauty powder in the shade Pound Cake, just to bake and set under the eyes as well as the contour areas. So I'm going to go ahead and do my brows really quick off camera, and then I will be right back to start on my eyes. Okay, so now that my brows are done, I'm going to go ahead and jump into this palette. And I'm not sure what kind of look I'm going for yet, so we're just going to kind of wing it. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the color Rose Quartz, which is just a neutral light skin tone, and I'm going to use that for my transition shade. Has a pink undertone, which would explain the name, Rose. I'm also going to do a very dark lip for fall, so I'm hoping my look that I create with my eyes will be complementary to that. If not, we may try a different lip color than the one I'm thinking of. Now I'm going to grab into the color Royal Jewels, which is another like taupey matte, and I'm just going to blend that up onto the brow bone a little bit just to give a little peachy tone to that transition shade. I'm going to grab into the color Carnelian, which is like this orangey matte, super pretty, super fall. I'm just looking for a Q-tip because my eye's watering already. And I'm just going to use the same brush, and I'm only going to dip into it just a little bit on the tip, just to pack that on there. And I'm not sure how bold it's going to be, so I always want to start off with a lighter hand and just build up the product. I'm just focusing that on the outer corner. I'm going to dip into a little more. Very pretty color. A little goes a long way. It's really pigmented, so that's always nice. Blending out beautifully. Not a lot of fallout. Very nice. Now I'm going to grab into this citrine color, which is a pretty matte mustardy yellow. And I'm just going to put that a little bit more on the inner crease. Kind of buff those colors together. Going to I'm going to dip into the color Jasper, which it looks like it has a little of a shimmer to it. Just like a very slight, yes, it has a very slight shimmer. You probably can't tell on camera, but it is a very pretty warm tone, a little deeper than terracotta color, and there's a little bit of kick up on this product. I'm just going to tap off the excess, and I'm just going to put that on the very outer corner with this little detail brush. Now I'm going to grab the brush I was using before, and I'm just kind of cleaning off any excess powder. And I'm just going to go over and blend that in now. Now I'm going to grab my foundation bottle real quick just to put an edge on the shadow. And I'm going to use a little bit of the color Jasper that I just put on, and I'm going to mix that in with the color Stoned, which are really pretty. The Stoned is a matte, and like I said before, the Jasper has a slight shimmer to it, but it's not showing up really on the lid. And I'm just going to press that along the outskirts of the eye. Now I'm going to take the color Stoned again, and I'm just going to take a flat detail brush And I'm just going to create a shadowy wing and go along just the outer corner. Now I'm going to take the color You're a Gem, and I'm going to just apply that on the inner corner. And I'm going to mix a little of that citrine yellow and blend the two together. Now I'm going to take a little glitter primer, and I'm going to be using the color Topaz, which is a beautiful shimmer. It is very fall-like. It has greens and golds and oranges in there. I think it's really pretty. It's not intended for the eyes according to the palette, but I am going to use it anyway. And actually, before I put that on, I think I'm going to use a little bit of Peridot, which is a green, beautiful green shimmer, as my base underneath. So I'm just going to get a flat brush, and I'm just going to apply that to these. This does take some building. It would probably apply a lot better with a finger or with a wet brush, but I don't want to do that yet because this is just going to be a base, and I'm just kind of mapping out like a spotlight eye almost. Going to take my finger and show you like how much better it'll apply in the center, just the very center of the lid. It's beautiful. That is a beautiful color. Before I put the glitter on, I kind of want to deepen the outer, just like this area a little bit. So I'm actually going to take the color Tiger Eye, which looks like it has like a brown base with a little gold shimmer, gold green shimmer. And I'm going to take a little detail brush. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. That kind of fades that darker brown into, it's like a great in-between color to transition from that brown into that green. That is super pretty. I love it. I'm actually going to take a little bit of this diamond shade, which is just super pretty, and I'm going to use that on the inner corner before I put the glitter shade on. Let's see what we do. I just want to brighten this up a little bit. Now this one seems like very soft in the pan. I don't know if you can tell, but just from dipping the brush in, it has these like deep divots, whereas the other colors didn't. It could just be because this is like a flatter brush, but the product is moving around a lot more, it seems, even with a light tap. So it just may mean that it's just not pressed as hard as the others are. So just be cautious of that, because you could really tear up your eyeshadow if you go in with a hard hand. And this is such a pretty color. It'd be even prettier if I was applying it with my finger or with a wet brush, which I might as well just do it. I'm just going to take a little bit of my Morphe setting spray. Let's see. Yeah. Kind of picking the product back up. There we go. Just be careful of that. Not as blinding as I would like for an inner corner, but I'm going to take a little of the shade Pearl now, which is a white shimmer, and just tap a little bit on the inner corner. Brighten that up. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, that's much better. Pretty. Just kind of carrying that up into that cut crease. It's not really a cut crease, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm going to take a little of the glitter primer on the same brush, and I'm just going to tap that in the center of the eye. Over that green shade. Now I'm going to pick up some of that glitter with the same brush. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh. That's pretty. I love that. It has like orange and green. Super pretty. Now the glitters are always really softly pressed in the pan for ColourPop, so you just want to make sure that you're cautious of that. You don't want to like dig into it. Just kind of want to like tap it and move your brush around and it'll pick it up. And that is so pretty. I love that glitter. Wow. Okay. Impressive. So now I think I'm just going to take a little crease brush and just deepen the outer edges a little bit and kind of like fade it into the glitter. I'm going to take the shade Jade, which is a matte green, that along the outer edge of that glitter. And then I'm going to dip into this shade Stoned. I'm going to mix the Jade and Stoned together. And just kind of put that on the outer corner a little bit more. Just kind of packing that on more so than swiping. And then I'll swirl a little bit on the outskirts just to blend. Really pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to brush away the fallout and work on the lower lash line. I really don't like how my under eyes look right now. They're really, really dry looking, and I'm thinking it's from that BH powder that I used, so that's unfortunate. I'm going to start off with a little bit of this Sunstone, which is like an orangey, shimmery color, and I'm just going to put that along the inner corner on the lower lash line. To take the color Carnelian again, which is this orange, and then I'm going to top that off with a little bit of the color Stoned. All right. So I've used quite a few colors from this palette for this look, and I love it so far. I can't wait to play around with it and create some more fun looks. Now I'm going to try the magnetic lashes. Actually, first let me finish my face and then we'll end with the lashes, because I feel like that's the right thing to do. So I'm going to brush off any fallout again. And then I'm going to grab into my bronzer, and this is Brilliance Bronzer, Satin Finish Bronzer, Bronze Babe from BH Cosmetics. It looks a little orangey on camera, which is, wow, it's pigmented. I barely tapped into it. I love BH Cosmetics, like blush and bronzer. Like their contour powders are really pretty. This is a little orangey for me, but there's a lot of orange in my eye look, so I'm not too upset, but we'll see how it ends up looking. So you want to go in very light-handed. Their products are super pigmented and super affordable. I want to say this bronzer was like $4, $5, something like that. Gotta kind of work to blend it out. You can see right here, it's kind of not wanting to move. So just be cautious of that. And you can see it's like a streak right here. Just take my beauty blender and kind of pat that out in the spots where I feel need a little help. What the heck? It's like looking like it's like gray right there. That's weird. In real life it doesn't look like that, so that's weird. Maybe a little too intense for me, and my under eyes are looking horrific. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little more Huda powder and just brighten a little bit. It's because they're looking a little dark. Careful, this powder is potent. All right, it is what it is. So I also wanted to try one of their blushes. This is the Floral Blush, and this is the Caribbean Coral. Gonna go in again with a very light hand, like I just dabbed it once, just because you never know. That's really pretty. That is a really pretty blush. Happy I found that. And my favorite blush palette of all time is from BH Cosmetics, so I'm not surprised that I love that individual one. Okay. So now let's get to these lashes. So this is the one that comes with the eyeliner that is magnetic, and if this works, this might just be my go-to every day because I hate putting false lashes on. I'm really not the greatest at putting them on myself, and it's all to do with the glue. So I'm going to do a very thin liner and see how well they stick. So I got the Diamond magnetic eyelash set from Vasili Lashes. This is what it looks like. This is the first time I'm opening it. Okay, tips. Shaking the bottle before use and seal the bottle in time after used. Make sure past the allergy test. This is like all not grammatically correct. Okay. So here is the liner. So we'll shake that really well. It comes with a lash applicator as well, which I probably won't use just because I never do. And this one comes with 2 styles of lashes, or are they the same? They look exactly the same, but it comes with 2 pairs. Oh no, they're good size. Oh, perfect. I'm optimistic. Okay, so just shaking the liner really well. And here we go. Oh wow. Okay, so this is a brush. Oh, this reminds me of the dollar store liner that I tried. Jesus, please don't let this get in my eyeball. Okay. So I'm just going right along the lash line. I'm not winging anything out. Actually is applying really nicely. Alright. So I'm just taking it, I'm kind of bending it a little bit to shape it. And these have some like serious magnets on them. Wow, like you can see, oh, I hope you can see. I'm gonna try and zoom that in so you can see. There's like literal metal magnets on the lash band, which is so interesting. Okay, here we go. Oh shoot, no, before I do that, let me just put a little mascara on because I am not getting mascara on these lashes. I want them to last if they work. Okay, here we go. So it looks like both lashes are the same as far as the length of the lash on either side. So there's no indication of a right or left lash. They feel super silky. I'm nervous. All right, here we go. Seriously, did that work? Hang on. I'm gonna put this one on here just because this had like a weird like outer lash. Hold on. What? What? Hold on. I probably should have did a little bit of a thicker liner. I just didn't want them to be too far away from my natural lashes. What? These are so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna turn my fan on full blast and see if it blows them off. Oh, it is. Look. No, that could just be though. Okay, so that could just be that I didn't put enough liner, because they are sticking. Like, I could feel the magnet sticks to my eye. I just think I just put too thin of a line, and I'm gonna play around with these and use them more. But wow, that is so cool. I'm definitely gonna use these again. I think they're great. They were, I want to say they were like $30 or $40, but for 2 pairs and for this like convenience, and they look really pretty, I think it's worth it. I think it's totally worth it. Okay, let's get finished here. Let's just finish up, shall we? Grab the Milani Hypnotic Lights. Wow. I'm impressed. I honestly had no hope for that product, but I love it. Wow. Pretty cool. And I'll do another test like on camera and do a thicker liner and see with a fan or blow dryer. Right now I'm not too worried about it because I don't want to mess around with my eye look too much. I wanted to originally do like a really dark, like this color is really dark for fall. It's like a plum purple dark color, but I think it would be too much. So I'm actually gonna just go in with the BH Cosmetics Cashmere Cream, which I think is really pretty. Still could be fall-like. It's like more of a mauve. That is a really pretty color, very pigmented. I didn't even dip it more than once. I kind of like how it comes in like this little tube with still having the doe foot applicator, because then you can kind of manipulate the product when you get low on it to get to the bottom. Oh, I wanted to use this. BH sends gifts all the time, which I really love. When you spend like over $20 or $30, they send you something for free. I've gotten a free palette from them before, and they sent this little cute fan brush this last time. So this is the look. What do you guys think? I'm gonna say obviously yes to the So Jaded palette from ColourPop. I think this product is definitely amazing. This is the biggest palette ColourPop has ever launched, 30 shades. So it is a large palette in comparison to some of the other palettes, which I have one here. You can kind of see the difference. So I love it. I think there's a lot of beautiful shades in here. You could definitely create a lot of looks. I am missing my matte black for my brows, but that's not a big deal because I have a ton of them in other palettes. So yes, yes to that. Absolutely not to this BH under eye powder. I think that's what made my under eyes look crepey and dry, which I probably could have hydrated a little bit better, to be honest, before I did my makeup, to alleviate any of those issues. So I will probably try it again before giving it the boot. And yeah, definitely yes to the BH. I'm not sure how long this will last, so I'll have to see, but so far I like it. I think it's super pigmented. It went on really creamy. Don't care for the smell, but that's just because it doesn't have a fragrance in it. And these magnetic lashes, I think they're beautiful. I love the ease of just doing your liner and then applying them, and they're on, no glue. I always have issues with this inner corner sticking and making my eyes water. It's just a big process, so I'm really excited to play around with this. I will wear false lashes all the time if I can do this every day, which I think it's totally worth the money. If you are thinking about getting them, I can only speak for this brand. This is the Vasili Lashes magnetic eyelash set, and they do have different styles. This particular style was the Diamond P, so if you like how that looks, they are really like va-va-voom lashes. I know on camera you can't really tell, like, but maybe you can tell like from my profile like how much they stick out, but they are really pretty, and if you want a dramatic lash, then this is for you. But yeah, I loved the blush. I loved everything I tried except for that under eye powder, and the bronzer was a little bit too orange, a little bit too pigmented for me. I like something that I can kind of build up rather than it being super pigmented right off the bat. So other than that, I really like how this fall look came out. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and if you had a chance to try the So Jaded palette, let me see your looks and let me see your thoughts on what you think of the palette. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching another video, and again, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please do that before you leave, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.